How to choose the best air fryer. I'm URVASHI and I'm going to walk you through all of the decision points that you need to consider when you're choosing an air fryer. So I get this question a lot, which air fryer should I buy? And I'm here to tell you it is not about the brand, it is not just about the price, it's not just about what a bunch of random people on the internet tell you. There are 4 or 5 things that you should consider in order to pick the best air fryer for you, because what's good for you may or may not be the best one for me. The reason you should believe me is I have 2 best-selling air fryer books, Amazon, Target, Walmart, buy them. In order to create these books, I've had to test probably, 300 recipes. And that's in addition to all the cooking I do in an air fryer. So I really do have a lot of experience with it. And I also have reviews that I'm going to link to multiple different air fryers. Okay, so what are the 5 things that I think you should consider before you choose an air fryer? The first thing is capacity, which I will talk about. I'm going to talk about all of these. So capacity, functions, and what's real and what's not. The footprint that this appliance takes up, how easy it is to clean, and price. Before I get into those, let me talk about the different kind of air fryers that are available on the market. On the one hand, you have individual round egg-shaped air fryers. These are things like the Gourmet that I've reviewed, the GoWise I've reviewed, the Ninja I have reviewed, are round self-contained air fryers. Recently, you also get rectangular ones, which are my favorite. Cosori makes them and Instant Pot makes those. Okay, so, and again, I've reviewed both of these. So those are freestanding individual ones. A second kind you get is a small toaster oven. Cuisinart makes one, Black & Decker makes one. It's about this size and it'll sit on a counter. It's portable and it'll do a few other things, but mainly it's for air frying. The third kind are the larger multi-capacity ones. I've done a review for a Cosori oven air fryer combo, and then I personally use my Breville Smart Oven Air a lot. So those are freestanding ones that are difficult to move, that do a whole lot more than just air fry. So that's the fourth type. The third type. So freestanding egg fryer, small toaster oven, large toaster oven, and then you have things like the Milthy, which I've also reviewed, which are really a crisper lid. The Ninja Foodie kind of falls into this category. Again, I have a review of that one. So those are your 4 types. And as I walk through the 5 different features, I'll tell you which ones I think do best at which. Okay, so let's talk about capacity. Capacity is an extremely misleading heuristic that people are using. So you'll see a difference between 2.4, 3.5, and 5.8 quarts. But what really matters is not the stated capacity, but the width of the basket. So let me show you a couple of examples. Here's a Cosori, here's an Instant Pot. This one is a 3.5, this one is a 5.8, okay? Now, let me tell you, I personally prefer the square baskets just because you get a whole lot more space. And if you're putting round things like hamburger patties or whatever, you get more space. But this will hold true whether it's a round one or a square one. There's 2 ways you can increase capacity. One is you could increase the width of a pot, and the other way is you could increase the depth. When they tell you this will hold 6 quarts, they're talking about the whole basket. Now, you're never gonna fill up the whole basket. So really what matters is you want to lay your food out in a single layer. And in order to do that, you need the largest basket possible. I feel that the 3.5s are really good for side items, and they're really good if you're cooking for 2 people. These, you probably need a square-shaped basket like this if you are cooking for 3 or 4 people. And the larger ones, the toaster ovens and the Breville Smart Oven Air, those are really helpful if you're cooking for 2 adults and 2 teenage boys, because you know how that changes. Or if you like to cook and have leftovers, then you need a larger capacity oven. This will hold a pound of meat. This will hold a couple of pounds of meat. The other one will hold a whole lot more. Okay, so think about sort of the capacity of how many people you're cooking for before you decide on the size. With capacity comes functions. So the smaller ovens, most of the air fryers right now come with presets. The presets, take it or leave it. I just finished a review of a Cosori that has customizable presets, which I like. Because a customizable preset means you can set it for your child's favorite egg rolls or burritos or whatever your child is eating, and all they have to do is press that button and they're good to go. That one I can see. The others, it's really not that hard to follow a very good recipe from one of these books and do exactly what it tells you for time and effort. The functions on the small air fryer ovens are deceptive, and let me tell you how. Many of them will tell you that they can bake, and they can grill, and they can broil, and they can air fry. and they can dehydrate. Okay, an air fryer has three main things. It's got casing, it's got a fan, and it's got a heating element. One heating element on the top. So, broil, sure, it might broil. It'll still be a convection broil because the fan is running. Bake, not so much. For bake, you need the heat to come from the bottom. Does your food cook the same? Maybe, but it's not really baking, okay? And when you're making a cake, you'll realize it's much harder to make an even shaped cake in an air fryer because the fan is swirling and it swirls your dough around, just as I swirl my necklace around here. Sorry about that. So those functions, if they tell you that it can bake and broil and this and that, take it with a grain of salt. Where it is true that those machines can do that is if they have two heating elements. So the smaller toaster oven and the larger toaster ovens that air fry, they do have two heating elements, one on the top and one on the bottom. And for toast, for example, both might come on. For bake, just the bottom might come on. For air fry, just the top might come on. Okay, so those are the functions that people tell you. Now dehydrate, I reviewed the Ninja air fryer. It does dehydrate, so do a lot of the others. But keep in mind, in order to dehydrate something well, you only need a single layer. Perhaps you could use a basket and put some on the top, but you can dehydrate a lot. In the Ninja air fryer, the smaller one that I reviewed, you could really just dehydrate an apple and a half, which is great for lunch, but then your machine is running all night in order to make enough apple chips for one person. So I'm not really sure about that. So I wouldn't use it for dehydrating. I think those freestanding dehydrating things are better, and the Breville Smart Oven Air will also dehydrate. Okay, footprint. So with capacity and versatility comes footprint. As you see, this is a pretty small one here. This is the 3.5. This is an Instant Pot, so it's in the neighborhood of 5 or 6 quarts. Look at how much space it takes up. Now, the newer machines do take up less footprint because obviously enough people bitched about it that they had to do something about it. Capacity doesn't always equate to footprint is what I have discovered. So it's best to read the specifications because sometimes depending on how much room they have around the basket or the shape of the footprint, whether it's this way or straight up, etc., it'll take up different amounts of space. So the first thing I would do is understand that these are all portable. A larger toaster oven combo that does other things like proof, slow cook, dehydrate, air fry, bake, boil, grill, not boil, grill, toast, those things, my Breville Smart Oven Air is 50 pounds. It is not getting moved. So you need to have space to keep it out. Because let me tell you this, if your machine is not plugged in, you won't be using it. So that's the footprint issue. Think about whether you're gonna move it. If you're gonna move it constantly, you want one of these jobbies. Or the smaller toaster oven. If you're not going to move it, then you can afford to go for the bigger one. So now we come to the most important thing, which I don't know about you, but for me, the ease of cleaning is extremely important. If it's going to be a pain to clean, I'm not making it. And in fact, I have returned a couple of the kind of halfway through freestanding toaster oven things because they're a total pain to clean for me. Okay, imagine making bacon and you either have this little basket to clean or you've got an entire oven to clean because the bacon grease from bacon, chicken wings is going to splatter all over the place. So let me tell you a secret about cleaning. People keep going, I really have a tough time cleaning it. My nonstick is wearing off. The reason your nonstick is wearing off is you're working too hard. So with any other appliance that is nonstick, a pot or something else, which by the way, my favorite nonstick pot is a Mealthy, which I have reviewed, but I digress. The easiest way to clean nonstick, you finish cooking in here, you put a little bit of dish soap, you put some hot water, you walk away. Go do something else for 20 minutes, stop messing with it. When you come back, everything is gonna slide straight off. Use a soft brush, clean it up, and then this whole thing is gonna go in the dishwasher. In terms of the outside, all you have to do is use a damp cloth and wipe the outside and it stays pretty clean. In terms of cleaning that grill on top, I don't do it very often. I feel like the heat on the heating element burns off a lot of the fat and grease. But if that's something that is bothering you, unplug your air fryer, turn it upside down and do it while it's slightly warm, not hot. And then just use a wet cloth and wipe the heating ring off and it'll be clean. Okay, this is really simple. Cleaning a freestanding toaster oven air fryer combo is a total pain. And cleaning those things with a rotisserie in it, the other ones, total pain. Okay, it's doable. We all clean our ovens. It's a lot easier than cleaning a full-size oven, but keep in mind that there's going to be some work involved. Now, there's ways to get around it. You can put a silicone sheet at the bottom of those. You can put some aluminum foil and make it easy. You can cook it in a pan, but you are going to have to adjust for it. This whole thing goes in the dishwasher, and the smaller size, of course, fits very, very well in the dishwasher. And then the last thing is price. I don't think price is a good way to make a decision about an air fryer only. The bigger ones, the Breville Smart Oven Air is probably the most expensive one I own. I'm providing affiliate links to all of this. Most of these I buy on my own. So by using my affiliate links and by subscribing to this channel, you really help me out a lot. I can keep doing reviews. But the Breville Smart Oven Air is close to $400. And the cheapest air fryer that I have found that's reputable is in the $79, $80. But here's the thing. If you use your Breville air fryer or your Cuisinart air fryer or your Black & Decker air fryer to do nothing but air frying, there are cheaper options. But ever since we got the Breville Smart Oven Air, I think I can count on the fingers of one hand and have fingers left over how often I have turned on my large oven. I have a great large oven. It's a convection oven. It's fantastic. My husband spent a lot of money buying it for us, and I rarely use it because I bake in it. I proof any kind of bread dough or dosa batter in it. I can slow cook in it. I reheat food in it. I can toast bread in it. Many things that you can't do in a single air fryer. So ask yourself what functionality you need. On the price, let me tell you this. As long as you go with the reputable brands, you don't have much to worry about. Here are the ones that I personally have tried. Instant Pot, Go Wise, Cosori, Ninja, Philips, Breville Smart Oven Air, Cuisinart, Power XL, and I think that may be it. Okay, the Philips, by the way, used to be my favorite. It is not anymore because it's $200. And when it had a square basket with an open grid shaped, it performed differently. Now, it's just like any other one. Philips is a great brand. You could buy it. But the Go Wise for less or the Cosori for less will do probably as good a job. So I would say don't start with price, end with price. Start with the following. How much capacity does it have? How many people am I cooking for? Do I need just an air fryer or do I need other functions? How much room do I have to store this? How much footprint is it going to take? Is it going to be a total pain to clean or not? And how much do I care about it? If you have a teenage son at home or a teenage daughter at home that you're happy to have them clean, which is what I did until mine left for college, more power to you. And then at the last, consider price. And don't sweat the difference between two machines that are different brands that do exactly the same thing. Most air fryers will cook just the way they should. So those are my 5 criteria to use. I hope this was helpful. Please subscribe to the channel and thank you for watching.